Recording and we're live, no doubt. All right, here we go. What up, y'all? This your boy Son, along with my co-host over there, brother J Camp. We are JSON, and you are watching the Jason Files. Hey, hold on, man. Hold on, my bad. I gotta do that again because it got the thing. I wanted to be back here bugging. I'm glad I caught that because I'd have been mad later. Indeed. All right, here we go. What up, y'all? It's your boy, Son, along with my co host over there, J Camp. And we are Jason, and you are watching the Jason Files. And today we are on our sports thing. You heard? NFL season is in the most important part of it, gearing up for the playoffs. Oh man, we got so much to talk about. If you don't know, look down below. I am the Steelers fan, the resident Steelers fan, and you always wonder, how in the heck did you become friends with a Ravens fan? We managed to do it, didn't we?
Facts. Managed to make it happen.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. My brother, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good, man. On a Friday,
Yes, sir.
holiday weekend Friday, man. We getting closer to old
Indeed.
Saint Nick. You know what I'm saying? Making an appearance and
Mm-hmm.
eating up all the cookies. You know what I'm saying?
Better stay out of my kitchen. I'll tell you that right now. Why? Stay out of my kitchen, boy. For
Oh,
real. No doubt, man. We got a big matchup this weekend. Steelers Ravens, AFC
mm,
North ball, playoff
mm.
seeding, divisional titles on the
Everything,
line. Oh, it's
everything.
I don't want to say it's for all the marbles, but for the AFC North,
Tees for all the
kind of
marbles.
is.
It is
It's
almost
definitely
like the
for
Super
them,
Bowl
but
for the AFC North, especially when these two teams is like
right.
wire to wire like that. It really
You
is
already
meaningful.
know, bro. Here to tell you, and I'm so
Hmm.
glad though, because we have two teams that have viable shots of going the distance. You know,
Viable facts.
viable shots. It's been a long time since we could really say that. Yes, the
Hmm.
Steelers have squeaked into the playoffs the last 2-3 years,
Hmm.
but everybody know they was just the punching bag for whoever they faced that first round. It was just we all knew what was about to go
Keeping it
down,
one
man.
buck.
Yeah,
Right.
man. We were just glad to be there. We were glad to
Hmm.
be there. But the Ravens, on the other hand, they have
Hmm.
lofty expectations, man. They have
Hmm.
a MVP contender on their squad,
Hmm.
Mister Jackson, as Tomlin would say.
Hmm.
Mr. Jackson is putting up some things, some numbers,
Hmm.
some historical numbers this year, and we're
Hmm.
definitely going to jump into that. But overall, the Ravens have lofty expectations, and
Hmm.
they're fighting against those more than anything else.
Yep.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah. Fighting against those expectation demons, man. But listen, as a fan, that's where you
Mm-hmm.
want to be. We both Lakers fans, so that's
Right.
every year. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No matter
Yep.
how horrible the team is, like
Mm-hmm.
it's championship or bust. Like it is what it
Right.
is, you know.
Yep. Coach K, boy. You better
Right.
know that.
Facts.
Oh man, for real, for real. Well, let's shoot. Before we get into talking about and diving into this matchup, if y'all don't know, we are Jason. We do have an album
Hmm.
out. Jason Campfires on a Sunday.
Hmm.
Go check that out,
You
man.
you
Give
can
it a
call it
brief
on a
listen if
Friday,
you need to.
if you want to slip up. The
Yeah,
campfires is every day, so if you want to call
yeah,
it
every day.
Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Monday, you can get cooked
Facts.
over them campfires.
Better know that. And while you're at
Hmm.
it, while you're here, might as well hit that subscribe button and that like button
Hmm.
so you can get more content as we release it every
Hmm.
Tuesday and Friday. Know that. All right, so let's talk about the playoff race real quick before
Mm.
we jump into this. Over there in the NFC, you got the Lions and the Eagles up there at 12-2. Quality, top tier for that for the NFC conference. You
Mhm.
got Tampa Bay holding down their division at 8-6, battling injuries,
Mhm.
and they're finally getting healthy.
Yep.
Same with the Rams, 8-6, finally getting receivers back, and that
Mhm.
offense is looking looking mighty dangerous, I might
Last
add.
week was
Mm-hmm.
a anomaly. I mean, San Fran got a good defense, so they know
Right,
each
right,
other
right,
well. It's just the
right.
division games is hard to really
It's
call
different.
when it comes to offense.
Yeah,
It's different.
yeah. Can't ever judge a team 100% off of a
No,
divisional matchup.
mm-mm,
Just
no.
definitely can't do that. But let's see. We got the Vikings in the 5 seed, which is crazy at 12-2. But
It's
you know,
crazy. It's wild, isn't it?
that's wild as hell, ain't it? That's super wild. I hate seeing that stuff. I always wondered if
Yeah,
they would ever change the format of how they seed these, but
because they're having a
they
great season, man. Great,
great
great
season.
season.
Arguably the third best team in that division, in that conference.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
12-2, you know,
I mean,
you know,
salute to Sam Darnold, man. He about to get
yeah,
that bag after this year, man.
they
I mean,
better.
he should be in the MVP discussion as well, man. Like to me,
Yeah,
Minnesota's the team that's getting slept on completely.
they are
Disrespect,
100%.
almost disrespectful how they getting
Yeah,
slept on.
definitely. I mean, you're 12-2, man. You didn't put
Yeah,
definitely some considerable win streaks together. They hit a
some
lull.
work
Like
in.
did they lose those 2 games back to back? I can't remember. It felt like they
Uh,
did,
I
and then
can't
they just started
remember
rattling
because
off.
one of them was to the Lions, and then one was one to Green Bay too. I can't remember. I thought
It
they
might
lost
have
two
been.
divisional games, but I could be wrong.
It could be. Let me see what their
Nah, because
divisional
they
record
three and
is.
one in the
They're three and
division.
ones, so
But
seven and
even when
two
you
in the
look at
conference.
Green
So
Bay, though, that's crazy. Green Bay's 1-3 in the division, but 10-4
yeah,
overall.
right. 5-4 in the conference. So they've been
Hmm.
beating up on the AFC a little bit.
Yeah, they have been.
Hmm. Yep, Green Bay Packers at number 6, and then 7 we got the Commanders, the Jayden Daniels
The
led
upstart
Commanders.
boys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gonna be dangerous for years to come. Um,
Hmm.
on the outside looking in, we got the Seahawks. We got the Falcons, who are switching to their rookie draft pick this weekend,
Hmm.
Michael Penix Jr.
Michael Penix Jr.
Um,
Salute to Michael Penix.
Facts. That boy Cousins, he fumbled the bag.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So it's over for Cousins, man. Get him
yeah,
out the league too while you at
bruh. He said, "Go ahead,
it.
escort him out the
Go
door."
ahead and escort him out the door, man. Cousins had a good run, man, but
Right.
let these young boys get in there and start cooking, man, and learn the
Facts.
system.
Yeah, I mean, he could be. I think he could still be a backup somewhere.
Ah,
He
he can
got
be Charlie
coming.
Batch.
Yeah, he
He,
got
he,
that.
he can
He
get in
got a
this Charlie
bag this
Batch
summer.
bag.
He got a bag this
Right.
summer that don't live up to that, to the play of this year. It's just plain and simple.
Yeah.
So,
He's had a
um,
bag his whole career. Whoever his agent
facts.
is
Yeah,
has
he's
been
top tier,
money.
bruh,
Elite agent, bro.
bruh. The Rich Paul of this thing, bruh. I'm telling
Facts,
you, he's
facts.
elite. The Cardinals on the outside looking in at 7-7, still have a shot at it. Let's see, what is it? Wins tiebreaker over Arizona based on win percentage in conference. So yeah, all right. Well, we'll see how
That's
that
pretty
works
much
out.
it.
Yeah, it's pretty much there. You know, maybe some seeding changes, but I think who's in is going to stay in for the most part. But we'll see. All right, let's go to the AFC real quick and
Hmm.
see what's going zone. Of course, we got the NFL Chiefs um, at the at the 1 seed. We got Mahomes not playing this week. I believe is he is he? Did they say he's officially out?
Nah,
I
he's
don't know.
playing.
He's playing.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
Mahomes is
goodness!
playing. Yeah.
Why are they
I
doing this?
I have
Why
no
are they
clue,
doing this,
man. I
man?
mean, we've had discussions about that off the record. We
Right,
can like lightly talk about it, but yeah, that's I don't know what Andy's doing. Like, you got the division locked up, you got a playoff
right.
bid locked up. At least give
Mm-hmm.
him 2 games
One
off.
game.
At least one minimum. You know what I'm saying? It's just like let him get right. You don't
Yeah,
want Superman to have that kryptonite in his ankle.
right.
He
You
got to
just
be
don't.
able to plant that foot to throw and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that ankle is meaningful, man, to a quarterback.
Right. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand it at all, man. They basically giving them that Wolverine, that Hugh Jackman right now. You know they gonna play you till you 90. They gonna
Right.
play you
The
till you
Logan.
80.
Facts. Facts.
Man, bro, I don't understand it, but oh well. I'm not mad. You know, let
No.
that man be banged up when we see him.
Mm-hmm. I ain't
That's
mad
on
either.
y'all.
I just don't like
Just
to see
stupid.
cats in that situation. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't like the Chiefs, but I've always had a good respect for Mahomes, though, man. He balls. It is what it
yeah,
is. Like
yeah.
he's
Crunch
one of the
time,
best
he's elite.
backyard
Period.
ballers. Crunch time,
Yeah,
he's changed the game for sure.
he's so good it's annoying. But
Hmm.
number two seed, we got the Buffalo Bills. Yep, just coming off the victory over Detroit.
Hmm.
Pittsburgh coming in at the third seed. Houston, fourth seed. You guys have a matchup with them next week.
Hmm.
Baltimore coming in at five. Still have a
Hmm.
shot at the division outside looking in, but still have a shot. The Chargers coming off the victory last night over the Denver Broncos coming in at the sixth spot,
Hmm.
and then the Broncos at the seventh spot. So it's looking like this is pretty solidified too, minus
Yeah,
maybe a
yeah.
couple jumblings of the seedings and changes and things like that. But
AFC definitely solidified for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, nobody else is sneaking in for the most part. So,
Mm-mm.
which is cool. I ain't mad. I like who's in there.
Hmm.
I'm sure the NFL likes who's in there too. It's pretty much all the
Yeah.
teams they wanted to be in there, other than
Hmm.
the Bengals. They would have loved to have Joe Burrow in there.
They would have
You
loved to
already
have
know.
Burrow in there. Yeah.
Oh man, big time. They have to feel like they want to groom him to be the next face of the league.
They want
Between
him to be
him and
Brady.
Josh Allen, yeah,
They want
between
him to
him
be
and him,
Brady so bad, but they ain't gonna better just kick Lamar and Mahomes. Now
no,
you got
heck no.
Jaden Daniels. I mean, you got golf. There's some dudes who can talk, who can throw that peel around.
Right,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Oh man, there's definitely some. Even some of these teams that are
Hmm.
fringe teams, man, they have
Yep.
quality quarterback. And Justin
Quality
Herbert's,
quarterbacks.
Bo
Yep.
Nix is on his way. Like
They're all
we,
AFC. So when you think about the
yeah,
AFC, just in general, it's gonna
mm-hmm,
be hard to position a Allen or a Burrow because
mm-hmm,
it's too much competition in the AFC at the quarterback
right,
position.
right,
Only one can get through, and right now
mm-hmm,
Mahomes he's a brick wall for everybody.
right.
That's the 1,000 pound gorilla that's waiting in the
Facts.
room right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's gonna
Yeah.
be hard for Burrow, man. You
Yep. You ain't told no lies. Told no
know.
lies. That man. All right. Well, we got that out the way. So I've been hearing talks. I don't watch ESPN like that, but I seen some clips.
Hmm.
I think this was yesterday, actually. I mean, you talked about
Hmm.
this, but the guys were talking about the MVP race, and they were saying Josh Allen has it all wrapped up in a bag with a bow on it. It's a done deal.
Hmm.
And they said Lamar don't have a chance, even if he was the ball out tomorrow and the rest of the season is a Rizzo. What
Hmm. Yeah,
is
that's
Lamar still
wild.
in the MVP race to you, J Camp?
He's absolutely in the MVP race, man. Like last year, they said your boy from San Fran had it locked in the bag right around this time.
Yep,
Then
Purdy.
Lamar went to San Francisco and put a 30 piece on him and just
Yeah.
made him
Mm-hmm.
look bad, and your
Mm-hmm.
boy struggled. He threw 3 picks. So
Right.
it's never over till it's over. And the fact that Lamar is going to break Vic's record this year
Mm-hmm.
and he's might even run for another stack on top of having over 4,000 yards. I mean, he's putting up mad numbers, like
Right.
37 tutties, 3 picks, and two of the
Mm-hmm.
picks that he threw this year wasn't even on him. Like he almost could be going through the year with no picks, which is stupid. You know what I'm
That's
saying? He's
crazy.
putting up them Aaron Rodgers type of stats
Right.
right now, which is
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. I mean, I've never seen a dude put up these type of numbers and be just considered, nah, he ain't got no chance. It's like, come on, man. And this is no disrespect to Josh Allen because he's having a great year. But look at the teams that Josh Allen is doing this against.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of recency bias when it comes to um,
That's for real.
talking heads anyway. They don't watch all the games. But Josh Allen has played a bunch of teams under 500. I think when I looked, he's only played like 2 teams that have a winning record up to this point. Now he beat
Mm.
those teams, Kansas City and I'm sorry, they only beaten 2 teams with a winning record, but they got cooked
Right.
when they went to Baltimore. Like a game was over in the first quarter, and he did not play well. So To me, you have to put the whole season in context. You got to look at who they played. Um, Detroit was banged up. Again, Josh had 6 touchdowns. I'm not taking anything. You play who's in front of you. It is what it is.
Facts.
But I'm just saying. But
Right.
if you want to dissect numbers like they seem to do with Lamar a lot, Josh played a team that had Trick and Eminem was playing corner. They had to get dudes off the streets. You know what I'm saying? They had to go down to 8 Mile, man, and knock on some doors. Like, hey, y'all want to suit up tonight?
Oh
Like,
man. D
and I'm a huge
D12 got a
Josh
game
Allen
check.
fan. I've always
Right.
felt that Josh Allen is the best, like, big QB since Cam Newton for me. Like the
Right.
way he balls and his arm, he got that rocket on him too. He's got one of the strongest arms in the league, if not the strongest arm, just pure from the
Right.
pocket. But yeah, man, we got to put it in context, man. It should Can Josh win it? And I'm good with it. Of course, I'm not gonna hate on Josh winning MVP. I mean, his team is beasting, and he's
Right.
putting up the number. He's carrying them too. It's not They don't really
Mm-hmm.
have one thing I will give Josh credit for though. I don't feel like they have a true number one, and he's
They
still
don't,
getting it
man.
done. But
Yeah, Shakir.
but those Russian TDs do be inflated though. There's a lot of tush push
Right, right, right,
going
right. Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
whole lot of tush push.
I agree. I mean, I'm looking at the stats right now. I don't have his rushing touchdowns, but he has 25 touchdowns and 5 INTs,
Hmm.
103.5 rating. Lamar Jackson has, let's see, 34 touchdowns with only
Hmm.
3 interceptions and a 120.7.
He might
Uh,
break that record
Come on, man.
for QBR. It's crazy, bro.
That's I just don't understand what they're talking about, bro. I understand that the Buffalo Bills have a better record. Like you said, their opponents have
Hmm.
been lesser than
Hmm.
Lamar's. Lamar only Achilles heel really is the Steelers, really. And
Hmm.
if you really want to get technical, I think his teammates come up small in Steelers games more than he does. Yes, he has a
Hmm.
couple turnovers or whatnot here and there,
Yeah.
but all the drops that we've seen and all the special
Hmm.
teams, field goal misses and all that stuff, it's
Hmm.
like,
That's not on
what
him,
are we
man.
talking about, guys?
Yeah,
What
he's
are we
asked to
talking
do a
about?
lot too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's asked to do a whole lot, because for years when we played the Steelers, we didn't really have a
Mm-hmm.
back. So
Right.
our backs
Right.
get banged up. We go through backs like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Like people go through bottled water. Like every week, look up, it's a new back on the squad. I mean, we even had Le'Veon a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like Lamar, he's handing the ball off to a different back. It seemed like for the last couple of
Right.
years, all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
he's having to shoulder. He pretty much was the offense. Then they didn't want to draft receivers, so he's having to throw the tight ends. Man, he has to carry a lot. And again,
Mm-hmm.
that's an organizational problem. I'm not going to
Right.
mask the fact that Mike Tomlin has just had Baltimore's number. It just is what
Mm-hmm.
it is, man. It's just he's out coached Harbaugh thoroughly these past 8 years,
Right.
thoroughly.
Right. Indeed. Well, shoot, let's talk. Let's get into the matchup then. Since we're
Segway.
talking Steelers, segue, perfect segue. I appreciate you. Before we get into the matchup, let's look at the injury report because we got to see what the chess pieces that we're working with are looking like. On the Steelers' behalf, we got Justin Fields and George Pickens
Mhm.
and Deshaun Elliott. Hold on, officially out. Then we have cornerback Dante Jackson, questionable, and Larry Okunjobi, questionable. Those are all those are big losses. You know, your number two
Those are big
corner,
losses.
your starting safety,
Safety.
uh, your number one receiver, and your gadget guy Justin Fields at the
Yeah.
moment. Yeah,
Great
like those
gadget
are
guy too.
all
Hmm.
significant losses. So they will all have ramifications in this matchup. Let's look at the Baltimore Ravens. We got JAD, brother Jalen Armour Davis. It looks like
Hmm.
he's out. Of course, Deontay Johnson is out for being basically
Ooh.
disgruntled. He's been tripping. Nelson Aguilar and Rashad Bateman. If I think they're
That's tough,
questionable.
bro.
If those two are out, that's a problem, though. That's a
That's
problem.
tough, bro. That takes away,
That's a
that wipes
problem.
out two of our
Yeah,
receivers plus
facts.
Deontay Johnson just
Yeah,
being Deontay Johnson.
yeah,
That automatically takes three receivers off the board.
right. You got practice squad boys gonna be out there for real. It's just it's how it is, man. That's like your number three, four, five. Yeah, three, four, and five
Yeah.
receiver. No, two, three, four, and five.
Yeah,
Two,
two,
three, and
three, four,
four.
and five. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And then starting offensive tackle and
right.
then starting outside linebacker and Owe, who had a great game the first time we
Right.
played the Steelers this year. I think he had like 3 sacks in that game. I mean, he had a
Okay.
great game.
I think he's dealing with an ankle. I don't know why that got cut off. He's dealing with an ankle issue. So,
Yeah.
um, all right. With that being said, keys to victory. Um, the Ravens are the ones with the backs against the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot to prove. Believe it or
Mm-hmm.
not, this is Lamar's first time ever playing the Steelers at home with an
That's
actual crowd.
wild. That's,
That is
that's
crazy. He's
wow.
been in the league, what, 5 years or 6 years?
It's like I think this might be his seventh season. I think
Seven?
Lamar came in
Bro.
2018.
Okay.
Now his
This
sixth
be
year.
six.
You
Yeah,
yeah,
six,
sixth
six,
year.
six. Yeah. Yeah, this is his very first time playing at home against the Steelers with an actual crowd, which is wild.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah. In your eyes, what is the keys
Mm-hmm.
to victory for the Baltimore Ravens to actually finally beat the Steelers tomorrow at 4:20?
Well, the first thing is, man, the offensive line can't get bullied like they've been doing
Right.
the past 6, 7 years. And usually, and now I will say that's typically because I mean Watt has been phenomenal. Cam
Mm-hmm.
Hayward, like there's always been a defensive tackle and a defensive end who's always given Baltimore's line problem. And this is when we had like great. This is when we still had Ogden and um, like great offensive tackles. They were
Mm-hmm.
having issues
Right.
all the time. I mean, it's just again like the Steelers always have a stout defense they put on the field, but offensive line has to hold up, and they have
Right.
the guards have to be able to open up something for Derrick Henry.
Right.
And you can't have everything going to the outside. You can't. It's too easy for the linebackers to key on that because if they
Right.
know Hayward is just taking on the guards and just pushing them out the way, they got to be able to establish some type of running game. Number
Right.
two, Lamar has to take the running lanes when they're there. It seems like the last couple of times he's played the Steelers, he probably could have rushed for a buck, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like he wants to make the plays downfield so bad. He wants to get
So
the
badly.
receivers the opportunity. It's like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin's not going to give you that. He's baiting you. Like
Right.
you take the run, man. Like take it. He
Mm-hmm.
because Tomlin's got to take something away, and he's not going to give you the deep shots. Like he's just not going to let you get that. So you got to take the run when it's there. On defense, I mean Pickens ain't there. I was going to say like we got to find a way to put a body on somebody on the
Right.
outside. Uh,
Right.
I know Calvin Austin has been stepping up lately. I mean, Russ is just good with the rock, man. He changes the dynamics of how we would typically defend Pittsburgh. Because even like with
Mm-hmm.
Roethlisberger, when would always play him, like just get to him, get him on the ground, we good. Russ, you can't do that because Russ can get around that pocket and he can buy
Right.
time. That's
Mm-hmm.
what makes Russ, and even when your boy's healthy, a problem. So we got to be able to get a hat on a hat, and you got to keep people in front of you, man. Don't let that one play that Tomlin always has, where he calls a timeout, he sees what our defense is doing, and then
Mm-hmm.
we get cooked late in the fourth. It changes the whole
Right.
game up. And of course, special teams, Justin Tucker, like you got to find a way, fam. You got to find a way. You can't
Right.
miss 3 field goals today. You can't miss no extra points. Those are pretty much the keys to the victory. I mean, I think the offense will score. They may not score often, but they'll put some
Right.
points up on the board. It'd be like pulling teeth. That's how it is playing the Steelers. Like this bend don't break,
Yeah.
and they're looking
Right.
for the TO. Like ball security, um, protecting the ball, and then special teams, man. We got to be able to take what's there.
Right.
Lamar got to run, get the field goals when you can get them. Don't do anything that's going to put your defense in a compromising position. Harbaugh's good for trying to go 4th and 3 on our own 50. Like, don't give them a short field. You can't give the Steelers a short field no more. Not with Russ.
Right.
You
Right.
can't. You
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Agreed. Agreed, man. Everything you said was pretty much right on point. It almost applies directly to the Steelers as well. The turnover battle is always the most essential thing.
It's the most
Whoever
crucial.
wins the turnover battle more than likely wins. The Steelers have to maintain disciplined rush lanes. You cannot let Lamar escape. You got to have the controlled rush so you can hopefully stop their brother from running and stop Derrick Henry from I would say establishing a rhythm going up the middle, like you said. I don't worry about
Mm-hmm.
the outside too much because we have fast
Mm-hmm.
linebackers. Everybody can move. They can get sideline to sideline. But that
Mm-hmm.
bully ball stuff, man, that's where the Steelers get susceptible. Man, I can't even say the
Mm-hmm.
word susceptible um,
Mm-hmm.
during a lot of games. Like the Giants, they ran up the middle with I think his name was Tracy. Oh, killing us,
Mm-hmm.
bro. The Colts did it. Like all the times we really let teams in the game, they've had a lot of success running up the middle. So if we can stop that and
Mm-hmm.
stop Lamar from escaping, half our game plan is pretty much accomplished. Those receivers, I don't know which ones are playing. I don't worry too much
Mm-hmm.
about them. We got to stop the big play because we will have Minka in the box probably to help stop
On
Derrick
Henry.
Henry, especially with
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Elliott not playing. So we got to watch Zay and all them boys and Andrews. Don't let them over top. We can't allow big plays. If you're going to beat us, you got to matriculate. That's one of my favorite words right there. You got to
Mm-hmm.
matriculate the ball down the field on us. That's one
Mm-hmm.
thing. On offense, Arthur Smith has to figure out how to get wide receivers open. We don't have George Pickens. You can't just throw the ball up to somebody. You can't
Mm-hmm.
do that really. We have Austin. He's not a 50-50 guy. We got Van Jefferson. He's not a 50-50 guy. I mean, all you really have is, Pat Fryermuth, Mike Williams. Every now and then, if I mean, they get him on the field enough and actually target him, but it's not going to be a lot of down the field passing like Russell Wilson wants to do without George
Without Pickens,
Pickens.
yes, it's a big
So
part. It's a big part of the
it's
offense.
it's he has to figure out how to get them open, and then the line has to block. Man, we know your guys' run defense is stellar. It's tough sledding,
Mm-hmm.
especially that up the middle game. Um, the Steelers have been caught in this crackback toss phase. I hope they get away from that because it's
Mm-hmm.
just not working. They need to stop. I know it's a lot to ask for your
Yeah,
offensive
yeah,
line to block these guys up front, but
yeah.
we have to figure out a way, guys. I don't know what.
Plus,
I
Kyle
don't have a
Hamilton shuts
suggestion.
that down. Like anything, if you try to do screens,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
tosses, like
it's tough.
that's
It's
Cal
tough.
Hamilton shutting all that down, man. That's just
It's
what he
tough,
does.
man.
That's his specialty.
So yeah, to be real, I don't see where our offense is going to come from other than Russ really cooking. Like Russ just has to cook. Jalen Warren has to get involved quite often as well because the smash mouth ball. That's what you
Hmm.
guys really want us to try to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Try, but it's hard to do that against
run
the
into the
Steelers,
teeth of
though.
this defense if you want to.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
we need to get Jalen Warren in on the screen game to get the ball outside. Don't do that with Najee. Please just don't. Just don't. No turnovers, and that's the only way we can seal the victory in my eyes. No turnovers, and and,
Got to play a
and
clean football game.
Boz has to be spectacular when called upon. I don't think we can win it with six
Hmm.
field goals again, but um,
Yeah.
we need our special teams to be special,
Hmm.
and we need our defense to be somewhat special because we're not going to put up a lot of points on you guys
Yeah.
without
I
George
mean, it
Pickens.
has been traditionally, though. I mean, that's one thing the
Mm-hmm.
Steelers have been able to hang they had on the special teams. And the
Right?
Ravens Steelers game always comes down to special teams and
Yep. Three
turnovers. Like,
points.
though, it's it,
Three
man.
points. That should be the name of this game. 3 points.
3 point. Whoever gets
Yeah.
them three last
Yep.
usually gonna
That's just
win.
how it goes. Well, indeed, man. I don't want to give a prediction. Neither one of us do because we're kind of
Hmm.
superstitious like that.
Facts. Facts.
But everybody knows the blueprint to these games. If you're an AFC North guy, you understand what the
Hmm.
matchups are. They're going to be the same forever, it seems like. Maybe one day the dam will break, and maybe this is the game that it could happen. But
Hmm.
uh, I expect one of those 13 to 16, 17 to 19. You know what I mean? The dumb looking score.
Hmm.
Only if you watched it will you understand how rough that game was, how hard it was to get those 16, 13, whatever points. You know what I mean? It was just
So you
tough
gotta earn
sledding.
them.
But
You
yeah,
gotta earn
so
them, man.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, that's it for it because I don't want to say anything else that's going to jeopardize my superstition. Uh,
One bean on that one, man.
real talk, man. All I'll say is good luck to you guys. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? We do respect it. We respect you
Same.
guys big time. That's how we rock. We don't mess with none of
Same.
them other teams. The
Facts.
doo Browns, the stripeless Bengals. We don't mess with none of
Man,
them. But
cause
we
they going for
respect y'all.
knees, Achilles. They going for, you know how them teams do, man. Cause they
Facts.
just they've struggled to keep up
Right.
with the Steelers and the Ravens as far as organizations. And that's the thing too, man. These organizations are so mirrors of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Facts.
almost like when I see the Steelers, I feel like I'm looking at the Ravens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their approach to football because it's all
Mm-hmm.
about. At the end of the day, they're gonna put a premium on defense. If
Right.
your defense ain't right and running the ball. Those two
Mm-hmm.
things, like that is
Yep.
the prime staple of both these franchises.
Right.
Defense
Right.
and running that rock. If you can't tote the rock,
Yep.
neither one of these teams gonna go very far. I mean, this
Facts.
traditionally, that's just the way
That's
it
real.
is.
That's real, and they're leaning into that even more these days. Even the
Mm-hmm.
NFL is kind of leaning into it now. We was past
Mm-hmm.
happy, now it's starting to circle back to the run teams, the running game. All the top
Mm-hmm.
teams have pretty much stellar running games in the league. So we're right on track.
Mm-hmm.
They're catching up to what we've been doing for 2 decades plus, for the most
Facts.
part. So no doubt, man. Well, appreciate you joining us on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck to your team, whoever you root for out there, guys. It's upon us. The playoffs is almost here.
Mm-hmm.
The most exciting part of the year when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
NFL ball. You know what I mean? So, good luck. We are JSON, and you're watching
Yes,
the JSON
indeed.
Files. Like I said, if you're here already and still here, subscribe. Hit the
All
like
right,
button.
man. Hit that
You
like button,
already
man.
know.
Subscribe, all
Show
that,
love.
man.
Indeed. AFC North all day,
All
Steelers all
day.
day. You know what I mean? This is what it is. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you guys next time, Tuesday p.m., 4 p.m. to be exact. And we'll holler. Jason.
Peace,
Jason
peace.
Files. Peace.